This is show business.
This is show business. We're gonna be like Netflix soon. We're gonna have a bunch of shows, and we'll produce them all.
So here's the interesting thing about Netflix. I remember a couple of
like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I remember it was like they're getting Daredevil. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh boy.
And everyone's like, Netflix is making shows now. Like, isn't that kind of like Hulu's thing? Like, just give me my like Disney movie. Where's And it turned out to be pretty good. And they turned out that the production quality of a lot of these Netflix series, it rivals
HBO.
Yeah, it rivals premium television.
Yeah,
it's real good.
So we heard about Castlevania.
Yeah,
we've heard the rumors and rumblings of things like Zelda, and today we found out that on the docket is Witcher.
That's right.
First of all, in a pro, like I don't even know what the fuck.
I don't know what I'm doing over here.
In a pro Game of Thrones, never watched a fucking episode of Game of Thrones, but I know that it is incredibly popular. People love it, and I cannot escape the references. You dropped one like 10 minutes ago about the Rabbit King.
That's my life. That's not.
Well, you said he was one of the characters for Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
Hodor.
Yeah. Anyway. That sort of that theme, that aesthetic is very appealing to people right now.
Yeah.
And in comes Witcher, coming off of probably one of the best games of this generation.
Yeah. Very popular.
Bringing with it a huge audience. The game continues to sell. The game continues to captivate audiences. People want more, and it looks like we're going to get more. It just won't be in the way that we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there'll be another one.
Oh, there's going to be a Witcher 4 eventually.
Yeah.
I think CD Projekt is a little bit busy with Cyberpunk. But in the meantime, here is the Witcher series to whet your appetite.
And I mean, it's based off of a book series, so they have a lot of material to work from. It'll probably be based more off of the actual book series than the games.
Which is that's an easy way to go, because you could save a lot of time and expenses with an established lore. And it's kind of like a retelling, and then take your liberties like wherever you want.
Well, because I'm pretty sure the author just sold the rights to Netflix.
My thing is, I don't know who's going to be directing this or producing this. Don't fuck this up.
And whoever's casting this, get Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
please.
That'd be amazing.
My God,
it's pretty perfect. I mean,
yeah.
But not like Assassin's Creed came out, the movie fell short. Literally
Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Neil and I went to go watch it like a little bit after it came out, but fell short. Pretty much every other gaming movie that's come out.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers fucking sweet, dude.
Great man.
For
all the wrong reasons.
Just the worst. Just terrible.
That was the greatest.
Those dudes were high as fuck the entire time.
Look, all I'm saying is the Assassin's Creed movie came out because Sony Pictures, I think, is the one that put out Assassin's Creed. Right?
I don't remember.
But those are a bunch of suits that have no respect for the source material. I think that Netflix has shown me that they care a little bit more about like the source material.
There's a little bit more care involved
Yeah.
with the actual intellectual property.
I don't want it to, because here's what's happened in the movie trend for games is like, if you make a movie now that's based off of a game, everybody's kind of going like, oh well, that's gonna be garbage.
Yeah.
So like,
because there's a lot of story to tell in
but
2 hours.
the show is a much better suited
exactly.
for
I think
something like
this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
So I just hope that they understand that and don't.
Hopefully, Castlevania is good,
That's animated.
but it is animated, so I lost a lot of.
I would
steam for that.
prefer it to be animated.
Really?
I know I
kinda
said that.
wanted to be-
I said that in the original video.
Wait.
But I
Turns
think
out-
that's like the perfect. I think that's the perfect medium.
It's
for
very
that.
important that we point out that Mark changed his opinion on something.
No,
And we're
I
not
said it
gonna
in the
shit on
original
him
video. I said
for
it should
5
be
hours
animated.
because
The fuck you talking about?
because every time I change my opinion on something, I get
I
fucking
said I
shit
would
on.
prefer it to be
First of
animated.
all, I don't change my opinion on anything, even if I'm wrong.
Strong
even if
but
I
wrong.
know I'm wrong.
W.
But like, no.
Did you say the same thing twice? Okay, my bad.
Did
What if this ends up being animated too? I think it's live action.
I don't
better be
think.
live action.
I don't think that's likely.
This is too
that
good
would
for it
suck.
to be. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said I would prefer the Castlevania one to be animated.
Oh.
But why do you choose the wrong opinion on that?
Well, because you can do more with animation than you can on less of a budget. And
But
it's
then
not
you're
gonna look hokey.
gonna have a lot of this. No, it's gonna be hokey as fuck.
So tell
It's
me-
gonna be like, we're gonna stay on one scene for a long time to save budget.
Well, it's not gonna be like Family Guy.
All right.
Like,
All right. So
where
now,
only their mouth is moving and nothing else in the skull is
that's
moving.
anime. What are you talking about?
I suspect it would be a little bit.
And then in this scene, it was the Korean studio that does the filler art. It's gonna be bad.
Well, like current day Simpsons, where like you're looking at the screen and the only thing that's moving is their mouths, and like this is the whole scene. Like that's Family Guy, that's the Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's not the route that they take.
Oh, it's gonna be that.
God damn it!
It's gonna be like that.
Well, okay. If it's like that, then I agree. If it's not, and it's like what I think it could be.
If it's no, trust me. If it was like on par with like Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust like level, that would be amazing.
Like that is my vision.
That's like high expectations, I think.
Sweet. I don't know. I just think that's the way to go. Now with this, like you need the grit of like a live action.
It's a hyper realistic game with witchers. That's like with fucking creatures and fucking
boobies.
And boobies. Yeah. Which have they done any Netflix series with nudity?
Yeah.
They have?
Yeah.
What
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
What about Orange is the New Black? I heard there was lots of lesbians in it.
Why do you say it like that?
That was how it was pitched to me. The guy walked up to me and said, "Have you watched this movie yet, or this show yet?" And I go, "Well, no. Why should I watch?" And he went, "Lesbian." And I'm like, "That doesn't do anything to sway me."
You should separate yourself from that dude. You should never.
He's like, the relationship has been severed.
Yeah.
He's like, "There's turtles in it.
There's turtles
and ice cream."
Oh my God.
No. I heard it was like a really depressing show, and I have no room in my life for depression. So fuck out.
I like depression.
Let me ask you this: you guys watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
So how was the CGI in that on the early seasons?
They didn't really have.
Well, they didn't have much because they eased their way into fantasy. It was first it was more
very
like grounded, and then they were like, "Oh shit,
here's a dragon,
magic."
Here's a dude that's
I know that one of the highest rated shows. I don't know how still on TV was Walking Dead, and in the current season they had a scene where one of the characters was aiming to shoot a deer.
Okay.
And if you look it up, the deer was ripped like right out of like Deer Hunter 1998. It was like the word. It was like a fucking like cartoon Bambi in there, like juxtaposed with poor lighting against.
Shaded.
Yeah. So it's like if that's what we're talking about for like
a lot of grain on that show.
One of the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah, but there's like,
and we want to do all these fantastic CGI. Can get a deer right?
The problem is there's way too many episodes of The Walking Dead.
Sure.
And it really just negatively affects the show. But like Netflix shows are like 10 to 13 episodes.
Yeah.
And you're done.
What I'm saying is like if Walking Dead doesn't have the budget to do a CGI deer, then what makes us think that like a dragon coming in would look good?
I imagine him sitting in a room and it was like, all right, so we need to get a deer. Oh, we can't shoot a real deer? Fuck. Okay, how much is that going to cost for us to get a 3D animator in it? Oh, fuck that. Somebody call Pixar. This is
the answer is the first season is going to be a test season. They're not going to throw a lot of money at it, so they're not going to put situations where they need CG. Okay. It's going to be like Game of Thrones, where it's going to be really gritty, and then they're going to work their way up to the magic.
Here's another question: you think it's actually going to follow Geralt?
No.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Who else in the story matters?
I don't think it's a story about him. I think here's the in-universe.
No, I think it does. I think it's going to follow him. It's following him from the novels.
If it's an original story, no. If it's followed by the novels, then yeah, of course they're going to follow whatever the novels are in there. But if they go the route story, if they go the route of if it's not already pre-existing canon, if they do their own thing, then I think they're going to want to do their own character and their own.
I think they're going to use.
I think they'll go with Geralt. Yeah. I agree with Mark. I think if they're gonna stick with something that's not the game, then they're gonna use Geralt.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna go with the novels. But if they don't do that, but wasn't there a whole like article thing recently about the dude who wrote the novels? Like, fuck everybody in the other like industries. I'm not making shit because they're making so much money off of the game, and I'm not. None of it's making it back to me.
He was talking about the game. That's why I think he's not gonna tie it to the game. I think he had the rights. Okay. He had the rights for.
He still has the rights
for film. Yeah, I mean. CD Projekt Red only has the rights for the video games.
Okay, so that's a problem. Okay, and the only reason I'm saying that's a problem is because this dude may have a completely different vision of the story in the novel than we do of the game. And what will happen is if he's really the guy that's back in the show, is those two things are gonna clash real big. Yeah. Like and the people who are going, oh shit, I love Witcher 3 or Witcher 2, whatever. I'm gonna watch this series, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I've never read any of the novels. None of this shit makes sense.
If he's smart, he will at least have it visually look similar.
He has
but then he can take the other road.
Unless he actually has.
If he wants to capitalize on the money that he did not make off the games, it's to borrow from the games.
I hope he does.
There's a lot of pre-existing assets there that he could just you know. It's great that you wrote words on pages, but like that stuff exists, so use it.
Like we now have this picture of this thing.
It's the best thing to do is to please both audiences. I think.
and I think so. To wrap it up with a bow, real quick, what do you think this series needs to do to be successful?
I personally,
it's all about selling subs.
I would like to see it dab into the. Don't you do it? I know you thought about it.
Oh God, he was gonna hit a mic.
I know his arm was trapped. Yeah. That's why we could. No, I think if they kind of did deal with the game and the novels, I think they would have to.
Just getting it ready.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think if they could figure out a way to meld the two stories together, that would be like super perfect for me. That'd be a series that I'd be watching all the way through. But
this is what I hope from it is what I hope from any kind of show is to not focus on quantity of episodes, but focus on quality.
Yep.
Have it be a little bit more short, but like your money will go farther if you only have a few episodes, and it's gonna be a lot better.
You're definitely gonna get a season 2 for sure.
Casting, director, and that it should be another home run for Netflix if they abide by those things.
Just hope it's not another Luke.
So how far off the beaten path are we? Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time.